Good morning. I am Dr.R.Venkatesh, Professor, VIT Business School Chennai. Today, I am going to give you an overview of some of the important concepts in services marketing. First, let us try to understand the difference between physical goods and services. As we all know, physical goods are tangible, whereas one of the essential characteristics of services is intangibility. It doesn't mean that all services are completely intangible, but they have a large intangible component. Physical goods are homogeneous, whether we take two shirts of the same design, same color, they are identical. Two t-shirts, they are identical. Two mobile phones, same model, produced by the same company are identical, whereas services are heterogeneous. Okay. We never know the kind of service extended to one customer may be slightly different when compared to another customer, because it is almost impossible to ensure homogeneity. In physical goods, the production and distribution, they are separated from consumption, whereas services, production, distribution and consumption, they are all simultaneous processes. Physical goods you can talk about as a thing, whereas services, it's an activity or process. Goods are core value produced in a factory. Services, core value produced in buyer-seller interactions. Products, goods, customers, they do not participate in the production process. Services, customers, they participate in the production. You cannot keep the services in stock. It cannot be inventory, whereas physical goods, they can be kept in stock. Goods can be transferred in terms of ownership, whereas services, no transfer of ownership is possible. Okay, this chart shows you services sector vis-a-vis agriculture and industry in a span of 50 years. You take 1950-51 as far as India is concerned, agriculture was 55.4% and services was 12.4%, industry 31%. During 1991, agriculture came down to 43.7%, and in 1999-2000 it came down to 25.5%, whereas we talk about services from 12.8% to 25.4%, and in 2000 it became 52.4%. And right now in India in 2015 it is approximately 65% plus. And you take the developed economy like USA, the share of services in the GDP is more than 80%. The services marketing triangle shows, okay, company on one side, the service providers on the other, the customers, and you take the equilateral triangle. The internal marketing is the interaction between the company and the service providers, which makes them enable the promises given to the customers. And the service providers and the customers, they have interactive marketing, because that's where the business takes place, and you have to keep the promises made to the customers, the promises given by the company. When we talk about the external marketing, company makes promises to customers based on advertisements or other claims which they have to honor. This is the services business triangle, it is now being shown as a pyramid with technology being the hub. Okay, we have many providers and customers and technology which plays a large role for all the three categories. Yeah, as we all know, we talk about the basic marketing mix, product, price, place, promotion. We have something called the expanded services marketing mix with physical evidence, process and people. And people, they are fundamentally important, which we know for any service, whether it's on education, aviation, hospitality, healthcare or banking. What are the related variables when we compare with the elements of the marketing base? You can say service quality is a related variable for product. The cost factor is a related variable for price. Accessibility for place. Promotional strategy, of course, for promotion. Physical evidence, service kits for the ambience or the parking facility in a hospital or in a hotel or in a multiplex or in a theatre complex. All these are very important. Okay. By process, we mean the operational efficiency with which we run the service business. It helps us to make the business viable. And when I talk about people, customers as well as employees are very important because we refer employees as internal customers and the customers who buy our services, we call them external customers. Yeah, this is the GAPS model of service quality. Lot of research has been made in the area of service quality. Some other models have come even later. For example, the serve-perf model. This we say the serve-qual model. But the GAPS model of service quality has been very popular over the years. We have one customer gap, that is between the expected service and the perceived service. And we have 4 service provider gaps. One between expected service and management perceptions of consumer expectations. That is the first service provider gap. Management perception of consumer expectation and the gap between it and translating perceptions into service specifications. Okay, that is very important because specifications, what are the factors which customers give importance to, identifying them. So breaking up of the whole service component into various specifications is necessary. So there's a gap between this one, management perceptions and service specifications. The third gap, that is the third service provider gap, is between translating perceptions into service specifications and service delivery. Service delivery is what happens finally, the actual service which is given to consumers. Okay, and there's the gap between service delivery and external communications to consumers. That's again quite important because the customers should understand what is the service which has been given to them. So the GAPS model of service quality is applicable in almost all the services, whether we talk of banking, like what I said, hospitality and healthcare, aviation, everywhere. And companies, they spend a lot of money doing research, marketing research, customer research, in identifying the satisfaction factors and in improving the services. And if a service business thinks they're doing a great job, if they're not improving, and it's going to be a doom day for them. So they have to continually improve. So this is being applied on a regular basis by service companies, service organizations. When I talk about the customer perceptions of quality and customer satisfaction, we have 5 dimensions of service quality. One is reliability, responsiveness, assurance, empathy, and tangibles. What is reliability? I take a plane from Chennai to Delhi. The most important thing is I should land safely in Delhi. Okay? So that is reliability. I have a particular confidence in a particular airline. Well, going by the airline example, what is responsiveness? You are feeling thirsty, the air hostess or the steward coming and offering you water when you require most, or you are hungry, you go to a hotel, they are quite responsive in giving you something to eat in the quickest possible time. And we have to give a realistic expectations to the consumer in a hotel setup. What is assurance? Assurance is the consumer feels confident, okay, if I take this airline, Indigo Airlines or Jet Airways, I am assured of excellent service. On time, say departure or on time arrival. Okay. Empathy is something you put yourself in the shoes of somebody else. It's something more than sympathy, and any service business you have to adopt an empathetic attitude towards your customers. By customers, I also include the employees also. Okay. Tangibles. What are the tangibles? In a hospital, does it have a state-of-the-art laboratory? Does it have a good canteen facility? Does it have a 24/7 pharmacy? All these are important. Okay, these dimensions of service quality, they play a big role in these variables, important things. The service quality, the product quality, and price. Price, of course, is important, not only in product marketing, in services marketing also. You have some external factors like situational factors and personal factors which guide a consumer in making a decision. Finally, they have an imprint on customer satisfaction. When the performance meets the expectation, we call it the customer satisfaction. If the performance exceeds expectation, we call it customer delight. Yeah. This is the Christian Ground Rules service quality model, wherein you have an image which is being portrayed, you have an expected service and a perceived service, and the gap between them we call it the perceived service quality. And you have traditional marketing activities like advertising, word of mouth, and PR, which play a role of expected service, and you have an image. Okay? Then you have 2 categories: technical quality and functional quality. Technical quality, I can talk about the what factors, what determines something. Functional quality, how do you do it? How does the consumer do it? These are the things which are very important. Service promises and related marketing activities. We talk about making promises, keeping promises, and enabling promises. Enabling promises, like what we saw earlier, internal marketing, making promises, external marketing, and keeping promises, we talk about interactive marketing. Okay. What are the determinants of healthcare service quality? In my earlier slide, we spoke about the how factor and what factor. When I talk about technical quality, say for example in the healthcare scenario, I can talk about the competence of the physician or the surgeon, and we can also talk about patient outcome. When I talk about functional quality, the how factor, tangibles, we talk about responsiveness, reliability, accessibility, care plays a big role, courtesy, communication, and also understanding the patient in a hospital or even even an outpatient who comes to our clinic and collaboration. Thank you.